Hello everybody, for my question I did understanding Markov research. So research is important for every company. It allows them to see the market for a product or service and adjust the way that they market and try to capitalize it. If the research that is done is not solid, then the company will struggle to make their product in the correct market. This will lead to many issues and eventually could lead to failure of the product, because if you don't put it in the right market, then you're not getting the right market to buy it, and then you're not going to sell anything. If you don't sell anything, you're not going to make any money, and no money means that you have failed. For the first question, if you were only able to gather information via the internet, what are the challenges that might pose in terms of data gathering and the value of data gathered? So one thing that's important is information is all around through people and the internet. So if you only use the internet, you lose the option of using other people. Also, only looking on the internet does not guarantee that all the information that you will see is going to be true. Because how many times have you looked at something and the data that was on there is not correct? I know I see this a lot when you look at the company's revenue, because it's important to know for some situations. So when you look at the company's revenue, it's not always accurate. So, you gotta do extra research on stuff like that. And also, when you look for information, it may not be published completely. They might do the bare minimum just to make it seem like they have it published, but that's not the whole information or the whole truth to the information that you need. So the internet is good, but other options might be better. And some of these other options include omnibus surveys, outdoor advertising, questionnaires, observation, focus groups, in-depth interviews, audit data, primary data, and secondary data. So these are important because they give you the opportunity to talk to your market targets, which allow you to get a real idea of what they want and what they're willing to pay for the product and all that. Also, it gives you, if you have a product, it gives you the opportunity to ask people how useful it is. Because if you have this product and it doesn't mean anything or people need it, then there's no point in selling it into the market. The probably two that I would say are the most important would be the focus groups and the primary data, in my opinion, because focus groups are really important because, like I just said, give you an idea to talk about the product that you have and then also to get feedback on it. And primary data is you send people out to do the interviews. So secondary data is good as well, but the problem with that is that it's not you doing it, so the information could be inaccurate. But if you put enough time in, you'll eventually figure out what is true and what is not true. To acquire this data, you would need money for some of it. So some of the things that you need money for are primary data, outdoor advertising, and signs. The outdoor advertising includes billboards and posters, so you need money to put them up because you have to rent those out. And primary data, you have to pay people to go out and get it. Some of the data collection techniques require no more than a computer, such as questionnaires, secondary data, and surveys. You can send those out via email. You can print them up on a computer and send them out in the mail. So very little money needed there. And some require nothing but the manpower of the people that you're going to need to work it. So those include observations, interviews. All you have to do is just hire one person to sit there and talk to people, or just sit there and watch to get the market. Market research can be difficult. However, there are many ways that a company can go about it that can make it less of a challenge. In fact, it's not only about how you market one product. If you have multiple, they all need to be marketed. This chart shows Apple's market their products, and it has iPhone as the highest because the iPhone is a bestseller and they put the most times towards that. And this is my work site. Thank you.